So I guess let's, talk about anxiety.
Breaking free from anxiety.
Breaking free from anxiety.
Yeah.
But it's important to kind of get an overview, a whole general perspective. And, it affects 18.8 million people in the United States alone every year. And that's, close to 20% of the population, or 1 in 5 people is diagnosed with some sort of anxiety disorder every year. And, over 30% of people have experienced some sort of an anxiety disorder at some point in their lives. And only 36.4% of people actually receive treatment for it. And then, surprisingly, 70% of people who have made suicide attempts have had some sort of anxiety disorder at some point in their lives.
And this could be really, a range of different things that people can experience, but really it's about the pattern of thoughts, right?
Exactly.
And for some people it's very neurotic. It's for others it can be very repetitive. And what can happen is that these thoughts, they just continue to build up, and obviously they're very frustrating because it doesn't seem like there's a solution to them, because the person genuinely wants to heal but can't seem to find their way out of this endless loop, right?
Yes. So basically, the American Anxiety and Depression Association, AADA, they describe an anxiety disorder as, excessive, uncontrollable thoughts about everyday life, worries. And it's quite interesting, because what this tells us is that people are perceiving danger in a situation where there may actually not be danger. So it's a perception thing.
And on top of that, they're not comfortable in their skin for some reason, because they're just now not feeling relaxed.
Absolutely. And there's different types of anxiety disorders. So, there's panic disorder, there is generalized anxiety disorder, which is one of the most common. There's PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And then there's social anxiety. So a lot of people, believe it or not, actually do experience social anxiety as well.
And I imagine being labeled as one of these things doesn't help your anxiety either.
And that's the most important thing. Most of us believe that this is anxiety. It's something so bad, I shouldn't be experiencing it. When really, it does have its purpose. I mean, it's there as a survival instinct, as a fight or flight response, where it is supposed to be a protection mechanism. However, when it's in excess, yes, it can be a disorder, but it's very important to come from a non-judgment place where you're not labeling it as something positive or negative, and just observing it, just seeing it from a place of neutrality, so that you're not judging yourself, because that's very important. When we judge ourselves and we label it as something negative, it creates more anxiety, and it's this cyclical kind of domino effect where that anxiety is feeding itself, because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not supposed to be feeling this emotion at all. It's so bad. But then instead of stopping the cycle and ending it, you're just continuing it.
Well, there's also, another way of also looking at it, because for some people, trying to stop it is literally now you're trying to stop it. So now you're getting caught up in the trying aspect of things. Exactly. When sometimes acceptance can be really beautiful in the situation, because all you're doing is you're accepting that, okay, these thoughts exist.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm just going to let it be. And next thing you know, it starts to disintegrate, without even you trying to do it.